Good morning, Bia. Good to see you.
Good to see you too. How are you?
I'm okay, and you?
I'm good.
All right. Okay, good. How was your day yesterday?
Good.
All right. So let's check our topic here on Google Classroom so we know what we have to do. Okay. All right. Can you see our Google Classroom page? Yes?
Yeah.
Good. So here
Yes.
we have the topic for today, April 8th. We are doing Unit 3.2, page 33. And we had some homework from last class. Okay, so we talked about time expressions, how often, and the homework was online practice, Unit 3.2, the, the grammar, and the worksheet here. So, did you do the homework?
Yes, I did.
Good, David. Very good.
Teacher,
No,
I
teacher.
sent I sent to you the homework
Oh, very
yesterday.
nice. Okay, all right, David. I will see the file. I saw you sent me an email. I'll see the file today. Okay.
Okay.
Congratulations. Hi, Leo. Good morning. So, did you do your homework?
Hi, teacher. Desculpa, eu esqueci. Eu esqueci de fazer.
Okay. So let me open here so you know what we are talking about. Can you see that, guys? Look. Okay. This is the exercise. So please try to do now during the weekend, okay? And then if you have any questions, David, do you have any questions about the homework?
Um, no, I don't.
Okay, just for you to know, this exercise is only to use adverbs of frequency, and then you should answer the questions using the adverbs of frequency in the question, okay? So, for example, what do you always do on the weekend? So then you should write just a model for you, okay? You can say, using the same adverb, um, you can say, for example, I always um, watch TV, for example, okay? So, what do you always do on the weekend? I always watch TV. This is a possible answer. Okay, guys? So don't forget to do the homework. Okay? So I will clear here. When you finish doing, you can send the file to Google Classroom. Okay? So I can correct. All right. I also posted some extra material here about the adverbs of frequency. All right. The other homework was online practice unit 3.2. So did you do that too, David?
Yes, I did.
Very good, David. Congratulations. Anybody else? Okay. So let
Teacher, eu tenho,
Isso
eu
essa
tenho uma
é a
pergunta para te
única.
fazer
okay, go ahead, Bia.
sobre o online practice.
Mhm.
Precisa ser outro númerozinho daquele que vem junto com o livro ou é o mesmo sempre?
No, no, it's a new number. You need to put a new code. Okay.
Ok.
because it's a different platform. Okay, let me show you guys
Hum,
before. Yeah, let me show you here the
não,
platform.
é que eu ainda não tenho meu livro aí, eu tava perguntando por isso.
Okay, okay. So yeah, you need to insert a different code. Okay, let me show you here. The platform is different. Even though it's online practice, this is the platform, okay? So you need to create a new register. You need to register again, okay? You're going to click here and do the procedure, just like the one you did for Smart Choice. You're going to do the same here. Then you put your email, and then after you do that, for example, suppose I am making my registry. So I'm going to put my email. Then here, confirm. Okay. Then you click continue. Then you already have an Oxford ID. Oh yeah, I already have an Oxford ID. So let me put they recognized, okay? But here in your case, you need to create a new password, okay? So for example, okay, so then look at this. You are going to choose your account type, student or teacher. So you choose student, okay? And then you're going to put the access code. This access code is usually inside the book, okay? When you get the material, you receive like a card with the access code, okay? Then you put the new code here, then you check the information, then afterwards you choose your country, okay? Here, Brazil. Then you click here, I agree, and then you complete your registration. Okay, people, this is how you have to do. That's why we need to have the book, because only the book has the access code, and we can't use the old access code because the books are different. Okay, so let me go back. Leo, you have a question. What is your question, Leo?
É que eu não estou conseguindo entrar para fazer a online practice, porque novamente aconteceu aquilo, Titi. Só que como eu falei com você, eu botei o meu e-mail que eu uso, dessa vez o mesmo que está no Google Classroom. E ele não abre, dá como se a senha estivesse incorreta, sendo que ela está correta, porque é a senha do meu e-mail.
No, you can't put the password of your email. That's the problem. Okay, Leo. So let me help you. What is your email, please?
Leonardo.
Have you entered here in the register?
Sim, eu registrei, botei o código que veio no livro.
And did you create a new password?
Caraca, eu não lembrei disso.
So that's the
Que
problem.
é que eu vou receber um código pro meu e-mail para conseguir fazer outra senha, né?
Mhm.
Ah, tá. Sim.
Okay, you have to put your email here, and then you're going to put, but it has to be the good email, the email that you actually use, and then you click here.
Aham.
if you have already
Okay.
registered your book. Okay. If you haven't, then you go again and then you do again. Put the email, confirm, and then you create a new password, not the same password from your email, for example. No, it has to be a different password. Okay,
Ok.
all right. So after you tell me, right?
Thank you,
You're
teacher. Ok.
welcome.
Eu falo com você sim, pode deixar.
Okay, so let's go in and just give the points to our class dojo here. Let's see what the matter is. Okay, talking about passwords. Sometimes I forget my own passwords because there are so many different sites. Okay, all right, so let's see who is here today. David and Val. Congratulations, guys. It was very nice of you to arrive on time. And you also get double presence points because today it's Thursday. How nice. Okay, guys, so this is what we have for now, right? I hope you keep doing your good job. So let's go over now to our book. Okay, let's see again. Let me see if I have the, yeah, that's page 33, right? So let's go over there now. I'm really happy our connection is okay today. Okay, remember guys, this is what we saw last class. Okay, we talked about how often people do things, right? And we were talking about community, remember? The
Yeah.
neighborhood and everything. So we saw all this page, right? And now we are going over to page 33. It's a continuation of the topic. This question here, number 6, will talk about the same subject, okay? And we should see how many people do the activities on the graph, okay? So read the clues from the bar graph and blog post. Write a sentence using an adverb of frequency. So here, let's see an example. We have there 22 people take action for change. So 22 people often take action for change. So you can check out here. Look, take action for change. You have to see the graph, okay? Here they see. So you have here the orange one because the number is 22. So you have to see the number and check out where the bar is. So 22 is more or less here. So it's the yellow bar. So 22 people often take action for change. I could also say 22 people usually take action for change. Okay, now let's go back there again. 3 people buy from local businesses. 3 people buy from local businesses. What is that? Let's see. Only 3 people? So let's see. We have to see the result. Here, buy from local business. Okay, so which bar here represents 3 people? The yellow, the orange, or the purple?
Purple.
Yes, very good. Look, the purple bar represents 3 people, right? Because it's very low, okay? So let's see here what purple means. Hardly ever or never, okay? So let's make a sentence there. Here, 3 people we can use hardly ever, okay? So let's put there 3 people hardly ever buy from local businesses, okay? All right, do you understand?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay. So as we have very short space here to write, you can see the whole page, but now if you see here the yellow bar, you can see the full sentence, right? So 3 people hardly ever buy from local businesses. Or you can also say 3 people never buy from local businesses. Okay.
Eu
Now
acho que o
let
rádio ele puxa mais, né?
yeah, hardly ever is nice. It's okay too. So let's see here. 9 people spend time with neighbors. Let's go there. Let's see. Spend time with neighbors. Which bar represents number 9?
Paper.
Purple.
Ah,
Are you
FM.
sure? Look, the purple bar is like almost the same as here. So as you see here, guys, each part here represents 5. Actually, no, 10. Each one here represents 10. So from 0 to this first line here, it's 10 people.
Orange?
Ah, okay. So the orange line represents 5 people, I think. 9 people, yeah. because you can see here it's close to 10, all right? So the orange one is the most appropriate. So what does orange represent? Sometimes, okay, so let's go there. How can we make the sentence? 9 people. How do we make it? Sometimes spend time, okay, with neighbors. Okay, so let me click here. Can you see the yellow bar with the complete sentence?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the sentence. All right. 9 people sometimes spend time with neighbors. Okay, now let's go to number 4 and see here. 30 people. Oh, yeah, that's a good number. Give to charity. Let's see. First, we have to find the activity. So this is the activity right here. Give to charity. Do you remember what that means? Do you remember the meaning of give to charity?
I forgot.
Okay, give to charity is when you donate something to an institution or to a community, a group of people, or even individually. When you donate money to a church, for example, right, you're giving to charity. All right, David.
Uh,
Sometimes we are asked to donate food to help people who are in need. Now, in the campaign, we have the vaccine for coronavirus, and they're running a campaign to collect food for the people who are unemployed, who don't have a job. So they are saying, if you can, bring some food, unperishable, of course, when you come to get your vaccine. So that's nice because they are collecting, right? They are running this campaign. So we go there, you get your shot, and then you leave maybe a kilo of rice, a kilo of beans, or something canned, right? So it's a way to give money to charity or to give food to charity to help, okay, people in need. So let's see the amount. Here they say 30 people give to charity. Okay. So let's see which one represents the number 30.
Orange, I
Yeah,
think.
this one here, the big one.
Yeah.
Okay, look. If you see here, the big bar, the orange bar, is more or less 70. Look, it's above 60. So it's not really 30. There is another one that represents 30 people.
Mas o laranja que eu quis dizer, professora, era o mais claro.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's because the colors are confusing. So we could say that this one is yellow, this one is orange. Okay, so
Oh,
the yellow
sorry.
bar, all right. Okay, so exactly, look, it's here. Okay, so 30 people. Now, what does the yellow bar represent? Usually or often, okay? So let's see there. Here we should write 30 people Which one do I use? You choose.
Usually.
Usually, okay. Give money to charity. Okay, good. There you go. Very good. Excellent. Now, let's go to the next one. 48 people do volunteer work. So let's see the activity here. Yay, here we go, volunteer. And the number is 48 people. So
The
which
color
one?
is orange.
Yeah, the big one. Orange. So here, what does orange represent?
Sometimes.
Okay, so let's go there. 48 people. And now what do I put?
Sometimes
Mhm. Do
do
volunteer,
volunteer
volunteer
vol-
work.
volunteer work.
Okay, so here we go. Look, 48 people sometimes do volunteer work. Okay, so in that community, 48 people sometimes um, devote themselves to volunteer work. Okay, they help other people by doing something volunteer. Okay, now let's see number 6. 54 people take action. Let's see. Here we go. Take action for change. That's the activity. How many people? 54.
Uh, the color is paper
Purple.
purple.
Okay, the purple bar. And what does the purple bar represent?
Hardly ever or never.
Excellent. So we are going to write here 54 people. And now,
Never take action.
okay, excellent. Mhm. Let me just put the dots here. It's bugging me. Okay, okay. So 54 people never take action. Okay, can you see the yellow bar here on top? Yeah.
Yeah.
So according to their survey, 54 people never talk to the mayor or never organize a protest, or they never take action for change. Okay. Now let's go to the next one. Sorry, guys. 20 people read local news. Let's see there. Where is that? Oh, here.
Or
Yeah. Read local news. And the number is 20. So which bar represents 20?
orange.
Yeah, this one here. And what does orange mean?
Sometimes.
Very good. So we can make the sentence now. 20 people sometimes
Sometimes.
read local news. So let's see the sentence there. Okay, great. So let's check the answers. No, we don't have them. We only have the answers here. So let's go and check it out. Okay, everything correct.
Okay.
Good. So as we noticed in all the sentences, where do I usually put the adverb of frequency? Before the verb or after the verb?
After the verb.
After the verb?
Não,
Really?
depois. Depois do verbo to be.
Ah,
Não,
okay.
antes. Ah, não, depois. Ah, sei lá. Me confundi.
Okay, okay. Take a look at this example. 9 people sometimes spend time with neighbors. So, is the word sometimes before the verb spend or after?
Before.
Before. Okay, look, uh, it's right here. I can't eliminate here. So let me write the sentence here for you to see. So 9 people. Let me see. Sometimes spend time. Okay. With neighbors. Okay. So here we have the sentence and we have the adverb sometimes. Okay. So sometimes comes before the verb. All right, people. In this case, of course, we have the word sometimes that can be used in the beginning as well, right? Sometimes and often or usually, we can alternate, we can use them or in the beginning, in the middle, or in the end, okay, of a sentence. So here we have sometimes before the verb, which is the most common position for the adverbs of frequency. Here, for example, if we go to sometimes again, never. Okay, let's get a different one. 54 people never take action. So never comes before the verb. Okay, so if you ask me, oh, where should I put my adverb of frequency in a sentence? Before the verb or after the verb? Before. Okay. Now, if the verb is the verb to be, then it's different. Okay. Example here. I am always hopeful. Okay. So here we have the verb to be, and where is the adverb of frequency? Before the verb or after the verb?
After the verb.
After, because here it's the verb to be. Okay, so when I use the verb to be in a sentence and I want to include an adverb of frequency, it comes after the verb to be. But in all other examples with all other verbs, the adverb should come before. Okay? Like you saw here in all the examples. Look, hardly ever, buy, sometimes spend, usually give, sometimes do. Oh, I put the dot here. Let me correct this. Is it possible? No. Sorry, guys. My bad. Okay, anyway, just for you to see the adverb position. Sometimes do, never take, and sometimes read. Okay? All right, David. Okay, Lau. Okay, Bia. Very nice. So let me clear my annotations. Okay. So which of the which of the activities from the blog do you do in your community? Do you do any of those activities here? I do. I do some of them.
I don't.
No, you don't. Okay. So I volunteer, yeah, as often as possible. So I volunteer. Here there is an example. I volunteer once a year to clean the streets. I sometimes spend time with my neighbors. Okay. So in my case, I sometimes volunteer to do something, and I always give money to charity. I always give money to charity. Um, like here, sometimes I do volunteer work, so I sometimes do volunteer work. Um, I hardly ever take action for change. Um, I always read local news, and I sometimes buy from local businesses. More than sometimes, I usually buy from local businesses, and I hardly ever spend time with neighbors. Okay. All right, so what can you say? I want to hear one example. David, Leo, or Bia. Come on. You can even
I'm
say,
I'm sorry, teacher. Eu não estava prestando atenção. I'm sorry.
no problem, that's okay. I'm asking you to give me one example using the expressions here from exercise number 6 and an adverb of frequency, but talking about your habits, okay?
Uhum.
I said, for
Ok.
example, I usually buy from local businesses, for example, okay? What about you?
Uhum.
I always read local news.
Oh, great. Fantastic, David. So let me put your example here. I always read. Okay, great. Mhm. All right, fantastic. What about you, Bia?
I never read local news.
Okay, All right. Thank you. Leo, can you give us an example of something you do or you never do or you
Okay.
sometimes do?
Okay. I never do volunteer work.
Okay, all right. I never do. Okay, there you go. All right, people. So in number 8, we have kind of a group activity. Let me just disable. Yeah, because now we can do it. Choose a topic and brainstorm 5 related activities and then write a question for each activity. So let's see the topics first. We have friends and family, health, chores at home, and social media use. From these topics here, which one would you like to talk about? Let's choose a topic first, okay?
Okay. Social media.
Social media. Okay, that's a good one. I like that topic. Okay, so let's choose this one. All right. Now, after we choose the topic, we should write a question, okay, for this activity. Some ideas are below, but you can use others if you want, okay? So let's write a question for social media. Which question can we ask? For example, in a survey.
How often do
Oh,
you use social media?
Excellent, Bia.
isso.
Very good. How often do you use social media? That's a great question. Okay. All right. After that, we have the other topics that you can also use if you want, or you can keep on talking about the same topic. What other question can we ask about social media use?
Teacher, é qualquer outra pergunta? Ou tem que
Yes,
ser
here. Yeah,
especificamente?
here you can ask another question because we are going to brainstorm 5 activities related to social media. So I would like to have just one more question about it so we can put here some activities, okay? So let me just put here. This is one question. Now we can have one more.
I don't know.
Okay, no problem. David, any idea?
Yeah. Uh, what time do you use social media?
Very good. Okay.
What time often poderia ficar, né?
What time do you often use?
É,
Ah, okay. Always before the verb. Remember, what time do you often use social media? Great, David. Fantastic. Now, let's see here. I'm going to move the questions down a little bit so we can see. Now, we should brainstorm 5 activities related to social media use. What activities, for example, that we could include here? What do we do when we use social media? What are the activities? For example, post
Conversation.
post pictures. Yes. Sometimes
Yeah.
we post pictures on social media. What else?
Talk to my
Conversation.
friend.
Yes. Very good, David and Bia. We talk to friends. Okay. Good. What else?
We see posts.
Very good. Excellent. We see posts. Sometimes we don't post anything and we don't talk to anybody, but we see their posts.
Read
Like
news.
We
Read news.
great. Fantastic. Sometimes we use social media to read news, right? What else?
like post.
Right. Okay.
No,
Fan-
like
oh, like posts.
like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay. We like posts. Yeah, sure. We give those little emojis, hearts, smiley face, right? Okay, great. So these are all activities related to social media, things we do when we navigate on those sites. So here we have, um, after we've done that, we should actually write a question for each activity. So here we can get the same questions that we asked here and talk about the activities. For example, here, the first one, David said, how often do you use, or be, how often do you use social media? We can ask, how often do you post pictures? Okay, that's a very good way to begin. And now using David's example, what time do you often use social media? We can ask, what time do you often read news? Okay?
Teacher,
Yes, Bia.
qual é a diferença entre how often e what time?
How often is the frequency? You want to know, for example, if you do it a lot or if you do it just a little. For example, how often do you post pictures? I will say, oh, I hardly ever post pictures. I
Uhum.
hardly ever post pictures. Now, what time do you often post pictures? Then I would have to say the time of the day. For example, when I post, I usually do it in the evening.
Uhum.
Okay, so then when I ask what time, I want to know exactly when during the day you post your pictures, for example.
Sim.
Okay, do you post pictures in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening? What time?
Ok.
Okay.
Uhum. Thank you.
You're welcome. So here, let's see which other question can you ask here using how often and the activities. from 1 to 5. Give me another example of question.
How often do you read news?
Okay, excellent. Very good. Excellent. Now let's see another example with what time.
What time do you often talk to friends?
Perfect. Exactly. Right? Very good. So if you ask, so suppose I'm gonna ask Leo, okay, one of the questions. Okay, Leo. So let's see. Leo, how often do you see posts on social media?
I always see posts in social media.
Excellent. Very good. Okay, you got it. Okay. Let me ask you a question now, David. What time do you often read news, David?
I never read news online.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Never.
online.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay. All right. So now, Bia, what time do you often post pictures?
Sometimes. Oh no, I'm sorry. I don't have correct time, but yeah, in the evening, I think.
Okay. All right. Yeah, depending on the social media site you use, uh, the time you post makes a difference. I heard that on Instagram, uh, people usually post at a specific time so they have more likes, according to a person who is an expert on Instagram. I don't know if that's true, but they say that it depends on when you post the pictures, so you get more likes or fewer likes. I don't know. So the evening is a good time. Yes, very good. Okay, guys, so this is the way to use frequency words, add verbs of frequency, and ask questions. Okay, now let's move on to number 10. Number 10 talks about uh, writing activity. It's a writing activity, and we should write 2 to 3 paragraphs about 120 words to explain the information from your bar graph. So this survey, okay, give more details about the people and their habits. So you can say, for example, suppose I am writing, okay, I can say, um, David never reads local news. So I'm going to put, suppose I'm making a bar, I'm going to put David next to 0 in relation to read news online. Okay. I can also put, oh, Bia often posts pictures in the evening. So this is a way for you to put the sentences together. Okay. Imagine if we had to create a graph. I don't think it's necessary, but only for you to put the results of your survey. Okay. Now, let's take a look here. There is a writing skill tip about checking your work after you write your paragraph. It's always important to check it. And here they talk about accuracy in word choice. Accuracy is the same as correctness. So if your grammar and your vocabulary is correct, so then your text is accurate. So accuracy is about being correct when you write. And here, the accuracy is focused on the word choice. That means you should choose the right word. Let's see there. Readers will understand your writing better if you choose the best word for each situation. Some words have similar meanings, but they are not quite the same. Like here, we were discussing before how often and what time. They have similar meanings, but they are not the same. Okay? So let's say, for example, imagine one person checks her email almost every night. So we can say she usually checks her email at night. She usually checks her email at night. Here, it would be wrong to use the word sometimes, okay? Because it's not just sometimes, but it's almost every night. So we should choose usually in this case, okay? Now, here they give another tip. Choose or check a dictionary if you aren't sure about a word's meaning. So, if you don't know the meaning of a word, you can always check a dictionary online or a real dictionary, okay, to see the meaning of the word. Now, let's do this final exercise here. Choose the correct word. Let's say, I have class. Let me zoom in so you can see better. Okay, guys, sorry about this abrupt change on your screen. Can you see better now? Yes? So let's
Yes.
say, I have class a week on Monday and Wednesday. What is the best word here?
Twice a week.
Twice.
Twice. Yeah.
Okay. Twice a week. Good.
Twice a week.
That's the best word. Here, if I choose twice a week, I am being accurate. Okay? My sentence is accurate. Okay, good. Now, guys, I would like you to do exercises 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then we correct. Okay? You can have like, let's say, 2 minutes to do it. Okay, guys. Yes, are you
Okay.
done? Good. I was just checking the time here to see if you had your 2 minutes correctly. So let's see there. What did you put here in number two?
Number two, pode ser os dois, né, professora? Não?
Never, teacher.
Pay attention. We have here he
Hardly ever.
hardly. So can you say that again, please, Leo? Can you repeat, please, Leo? No.
Hardly ever travels
Okay.
because it's
Very good.
expensive.
Okay, so here, guys, there is only one possibility because we have the word hardly. So if I have the word hardly, hardly is a negative word. It means we don't do something very often or we hardly ever do something. So almost never, okay? It's negative. With a negative word, we can't use the word never, right? Because that would be a double negative. So here the best option is ever, okay? So he hardly ever travels because it's expensive. I could use never if I, for example, substitute it here. Instead of saying hardly ever, I could say he never travels because it's expensive. Okay, David?
Ok.
All right. So here the
Ok.
best choice is ever. And when I do this, when I choose ever, I am being accurate. I'm showing accuracy. Okay. So number three, what did you put here?
Clean the house once a month.
Very good. You see, both words are similar, but the best one, the most accurate one is clean the house. Okay, great. Number four, how often do you?
Give?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes, you give money to charity. We don't say spend. No, that's not correct. Even though they are very similar, but give is the correct one. Okay. Number five, I
Do.
Do my homework.
do. Yay! Congratulations. You see, both verbs are similar. They mean the same thing. But when I talk about homework, I have to use the verb do. Excuse me.
Bless you, teacher.
Thank you. All right. So here it's the best choice. I do my homework every night. Okay, let's check the answers. Everything correct. Okay. So this is what they mean when they talk about accuracy. So when you want to see, for example, suppose you write a text and you want to know if everything is correct, everything is right. So you can ask the teacher, oh, please, can you check if my text is accurate? Okay, all right. So when we are discussing accuracy, we are not discussing only grammar or only vocabulary, but we are discussing if you chose, if you selected the right word to use, the correct word. Okay, so it has a global
Teacher,
idea. Yes, David.
quando eu coloco uma frase na pergunta se a pessoa fez, mas sendo que a palavra que o verbo que vai, que a primeira palavra que vai conjugar o verbo, ele já é tipo, ele não altera, ele é que nem o cut, cortar, eu cortar. Tipo, eu vou colocar ele mesmo assim no did you cut, tananã, ou eu coloco só o do you
Yes.
cut.
It depends. If it's the past, if you are asking about the past, you say, "Did you have your hair cut?"
Ah,
You have to change a little bit. Because if you say, "Did you cut your hair?" then it has a different meaning. Okay? Let me write the sentence here. Okay? Let's put a time in the past because I'm using did. Did is simple past. So in this case, I should use a time definition, right? So did you cut your hair yesterday, for example? Okay, so in this question, um, what am I asking? I'm asking if you yourself cut your hair. You didn't go to a hair salon. You didn't go to a hairdresser. You did it alone at home. Okay? So
okay,
I, for example, I don't cut my own hair. My mother does it for me because I don't know how to. Okay? So I never cut my hair. I have my hair cut. Okay?
okay,
But here in your question, if you want to know if the person did it yesterday, for example, or last week, or any time in the past, then you can use did. Okay?
okay,
All right, David. And cut is an irregular verb. It's irregular. So when I ask questions using irregular verbs or regular verbs, doesn't matter. The verb is always in the base form because I'm using the auxiliary did. Okay? So I'm not
okay,
using here the verb in the past. Cut is going to be cut. Do is going to be do. For example, if I ask, did you do, for example, your homework last week? Okay, right? So when I use did, I have to use the base form in questions, okay? And also
okay,
in negatives. All right? Yes?
okay,
Did I answer your question? Okay, guys. So after all this, they want us to see the meaning of accuracy and they want us to check our description after we write the text, okay? So, of course, they give a suggestion to make a graph like the same one we saw on page 12 using the information here, okay? But you don't need to do it, it's not necessary. What is interesting for you to do is to write a paragraph with the results. You can write, for example, about yourself first, okay? You can say, for example, how often you use social media, how often you post pictures, what time you usually talk to friends. You can say that on your paragraph if you wish, okay? So I will leave it open. If you want, you can write down about your habits because we are in this pandemic. It's difficult to get in touch with people, even online. It's not very simple. So you need to go have a survey, have the results and everything. So we don't need to write about our friends, but you can write about yourself if you want. Okay, guys. So let me zoom out. Can I clear my annotations? Yes? Can I clear the things I wrote here?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
good. So, what did we learn today, guys?
Mm,
Today, we talked about adverbs
How
of
often?
frequency. How often? Yes, very good. What else did we learn?
Um, what I do in social media,
Uh-huh, great. We discussed about it. Yes. And then finally, what did we learn?
time expressions.
We practiced, yeah, more time expressions.
Yes.
And we talked about this important word here. Look, accuracy in word choice. Okay? What is accuracy? Can you tell me?
I don't know.
Okay. Did you see the exercise? Do you remember here the exercise we did, choosing the best word? So here we saw accuracy in word choice. So when we use the right word, we are being accurate, okay? We are using accuracy. So accuracy is when we select the best word to write a sentence or a text. Okay, David? And
Okay.
usually we are grammatically correct and also we are using the right vocabulary. So accuracy is if your text is correct, if it makes sense. Okay? All right, Bia.
Okay.
Okay, Leo. Okay. This is what we learned today. So, people, let me show you our page on Google Classroom so you can see the homework for next week. Okay. So, as we did today, the writing skill, page 33, this actually was a lesson um, as an extension from the previous one, time expressions, adverbs of frequency, and some tips on writing. I would like you to do the online practice 3.2 for homework. There you have everything you need, and also this worksheet. Okay, questions about you. This is nice to do. Okay, so take a look there. All right, we correct this one next week. Okay, people. So let me take a picture before we go. Let me just go here. You don't need now, guys, you don't need to confirm your presence anymore, okay? Because we are recording our class, so it's not necessary to confirm the picture, all right? Confirm the
Okay.
presence. Okay, so let me take the picture. Okay. Now let me take one more with the participants. All right, people. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for coming. And I hope to see you again on Tuesday. Have a nice weekend. Thank you, David.
Bye bye.
Thank you,
Teacher.
Bia.
Thank you,
Thank you,
teacher. Have a
Leo.
nice week.
You too. Bye bye.
Bye.
Take care.